Hello everybody, this is your main man Keith here from Keith Plays PS4 927. We are finally in the Super Bowl for our Orlando Wizards franchise. I can't wait for our 4th season of the Orlando Wizards. So we're going to play against the Jacksonville Jaguars in the Super Bowl. And the road to the Super Bowl was very simple for both sides, the AFC and in the NFC. So let's begin with the NFC because that's us. We had all road games in this postseason because we're the number 6 seed. So we beat the Philadelphia Eagles in the wild card weekend. We beat the Los Angeles Rams in the divisional round, and we beat our rival Carolina Panthers in the NFC Conference Championship game, and there we arrive in the Super Bowl. The Jacksonville Jaguars were the number 3 seed. They beat the Baltimore Ravens in Wild Card Weekend. Then they beat the Las Vegas Raiders in the divisional round. And then Conference Championship, they beat the Miami Dolphins in the 305. And they arrived to the Super Bowl.
Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. Super Bowl 58.
So we faced them in the regular season, believe it or not. I think it was in week 5. So I'll have that link to the video in the description from the regular season matchup against the Jacksonville Jaguars, which we did win at Disney World Stadium.
Stafford and the Jacksonville Jaguars versus Cam Newton and the Orlando Wizards.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is kickoff time here in Minneapolis, Minnesota at US Bank Stadium. So the Jacksonville Jaguars will be ready to kick this one off, and Jarvis Landry of the Orlando Wizards will be ready to return, and he will get stopped there at the 32. We got some Cam Newton in some action today. He will play the first half for the Wizards. And then Jaylon Jefferson will play the second half for Orlando. So Cam Newton, he's back to pass. We're actually going to run the ball with Cam Newton. Does he get the first down? No, he does not. But that was a gain of 8 yards on that play. 2nd and 2 here in the biggest spotlight. So the Jacksonville Jaguars make their first Super Bowl make it to their first Super Bowl in franchise history. So they've never won nor made a Super Bowl up until this point. So that's something interesting to see. I mean, they were founded in 95. And there's 4 other teams that have never won a Super Bowl, nor made a Super Bowl, that have never made the Super Bowl. They are the Cleveland Browns, the Houston Texans, and the Detroit Lions. Which, by the way, the Detroit Lions are the only NFC team to have never made a Super Bowl, so that's interesting to see. Jarvis Landry does claim a reception, 1 for 3 for Cam Newton, 26 yards on that play, so that's a 1st and 10. We're going to use the Texas double post pass play, and we're at the 26-yard line, so Cam Newton, he's back to pass. He's going to fire this one out to Jarvis Landry. That's an incompletion. So that's a double slants right here we're going to use. So Newton, he's back to pass. And I will have the links to the previous 2 Super Bowls in the link in the description for both videos. And we did win last season against the LA Chargers, which they did not qualify for the playoffs this year because they lost the Super Bowl last season. So they throw this one to Jarvis Landry. He scores a touchdown. So that's going to be a 7-0 lead here for the Orlando Wizards. Alright, now 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line here in Minneapolis. So Matthew Stafford also makes his first Super Bowl. I mean, he did spend most of his career with the Detroit Lions. So Leonard Fournette runs the ball. He lost 1 yard on that play. So that's going to be a 2nd down and 11. They're at the 31. So Stafford, he's going to make his first Super Bowl pass. Will it be complete or will it be incomplete is the real question. and that's going to be an incomplete pass, but he'll have completed passes in this Super Bowl, so that's going to be something interesting to see there. 3rd and 11 now here for Jacksonville. That's an incompletion, so we're going to have to return the punt with Tyler Lockett here for Orlando. And Jacksonville punts this away, so Orlando's ready to return Tyler Lockett. He is going to return this one, and it looks like he's going to get it all the way. He got quite a bit of daylight, and no one's going to stop him, so he rolls it into the end zone for a touchdown. Go Wizards, 85-yard punt return touchdown. So that's going to be 14-0 here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. We'll see you guys in the second quarter. Alright, this ends the first quarter here in Minneapolis, Minnesota, as the Orlando Wizards are taking a 14-0 lead over the Jacksonville Jaguars in Super Bowl 58. So Leonard Fournette runs the ball. There is a flag on the play, and that is an offsides call. So what are they going to do? They're going to actually accept on 2nd and 11. And we're actually going to blitz on defense. So not sure what they're going to do, but they're going to do a passing play. So he's going to step back, pass this one out. And it looks like the Jacksonville Jaguars do get their first touchdown of the Super Bowl. 50-yard touchdown there. That will be the first touchdown in the Super Bowl of Jacksonville Jaguars history. So the Orlando Wizards will magically lead this 14-7. Alright, now it is kickoff time here in Minneapolis. So Jarvis Landry is actually ready to return the kickoff here, and he's going to get stopped right around the 30-yard line. So that's going to be a 1st and 10. And we are actually going to use a Z-spot pass play. So Cam Newton using the weak formation here. So Newton, he is back to pass. He does not want to get sacked. I'm going to fire this one out to Gronk. But that was a little too deep, actually. So that will be a 2nd and 10. So we do not get a first down on this play. So Cam Newton back to pass. Actually, we're going to run with Newton to get a first down. And it looks like he gets a first down at the 47. So he has 3 carries and 38 yards. So that's not bad. So 1st and 10 now. Newton, we're going to run it again with Newton. So we're going to use a juke move. And he gets stopped at the 37. Jacksonville's Josh Allen does apparently have an injury. We don't know what it is. And we're not sure if he's going to return or not. So Newton, we're going to run the ball with Newton. So he's going to use that juke move there. And he gets stopped at the 30. So Malik Davis is also injured. We don't know if he's going to be back or not. But we are going to use the I form here. We're going to use a PA boot flow on 2nd and 3. Newton trying to think of who he's going to pass it to. He's going to scramble the ball. And he does not want to get sacked. But he does by Yannick Ngakoue. I think is how you pronounce his last name. But he does have an elbow bruise. So it's not too serious for Malik Davis. He will return in this episode. And we throw that pass. It's incomplete. We'll see you guys after the 2-minute warning. Alright, 1st and goal from the 3-yard line here in Minneapolis. Jacksonville fires this one. That's going to be a touchdown. So I believe Corey Davis there got the touchdown. So this game's going to be tied 14-14. Alright, it is now kickoff time here in Minneapolis. So Jarvis Landry, he's going to return this one. And he uses that nice juke move there, and he gets stopped at the 26. Okay, 2nd and 6 now. Cam Newton fires this one out to Rob Gronkowski, and he gets that first down. He gets stopped, though, at the 45. Game is tied 14-14. And he caught a 25-yard reception there. So now we're going to use the passing play on 1st and 10. Newton, we're actually going to run it with him. And he's going to run this one. And he, I think, will get stopped at the 20. So we're in the red zone. 6 carries, 80 yards. And we are at the 20-yard line. So we're using a flood pass play. Even though we're just going to run. Just because we just are in that end zone. And Cam Newton, he has 7 carries and 80 yards on that run. So he didn't lose nor gain any yards on that play whatsoever. So Newton, we're just going to run it with him. So he's breaking tackles. We're going to take the timeout to think of our game plan. And clock's winding down pretty fast here. I mean, first half is almost over. We don't want Jacksonville to take that lead and get their first Super Bowl win. And he jumps on into the end zone. That's a touchdown. So Cam Newton gets his first rushing touchdown of the game. So it's now 21-14 Orlando. All right, 1st and 5, beginning of the second half here in Minneapolis, Minnesota, US Bank Stadium, one of the newer stadiums, opened in 2016 season, so 2nd and 5. Leonard Fournette did not lose nor gain any yards on that play, so that's a 2nd and 5. So now he lost at least 1 yard on that play, so that's a 3rd and 6 for Jacksonville. So they don't want to. They want to win. They don't want to give up. So 3rd and 6 now. We lost our first Super Bowl 2 seasons ago against the Las Vegas Raiders. There is a flag, and Leonard Fournette looks like he's got an easy touchdown. But if he declines the penalty, that's going to be a touchdown because he scored it and we were offsides. Alright, it is now tied 21-21 here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And Jarvis Landry is actually ready to return the kickoff. So he used a juke move there, and he will get stopped at the 27-yard line. So Sean Davis went offsides for Orlando. So we got some Jaylon Jefferson. And Jaylon Jefferson, the reason why they lost their first Super Bowl is because Jaylon Jefferson was injured. And he didn't play because he sustained that injury during the conference championship game against the Philadelphia Eagles. And I feel like each and every year during playoffs, we play against the Philadelphia Eagles. Josh Allen does return in this one. I do get sacked for at least 8 yards on that play. So that's a 2nd and 18 now. We don't want to make that mistake again. So Jaylon Jefferson, he doesn't want to he does not want to screw around. And he only had a rush there. He didn't lose nor gain any yards on that play. So 3rd and 18 now here for the Wizards. So Jaylon Jefferson uses that juke move, and he gains about 3 yards on that play. That's not enough to get a first down, and we are going to have to fake the punt. We had the punt, but we are just going to fake it just because we want that first down, and I doubt that we will make it, and we don't make the first down. All right, now 1st and 10. Matthew Stafford, he is thinking about passing this football, and he does not want to get sacked, so he does get sacked anyway by Kawan Short. 2nd and 22, a loss of 12. This concludes the 3rd. All right, now 2nd and 22 here for Jacksonville. So they got sacked on the last quarter for about 12 yards. So Leonard Fournette's going to run the ball, and he does not gain any yards whatsoever. So this will be a 3rd and 22. There can only be one winner in today's episode. It can either be Jacksonville or Orlando, and that's going to be a 4th and 22. There is a flag. It's an encroachment call. I don't know why selected my player to go off sides, but I accidentally did that with Patrick Peterson. So they're going to accept on 4th and 17. I hope we could try to block a punt here. Hopefully this should be able to work, but we can't get that because it went out of bounds. So there is a flag. So it's an offsides penalty. So they are just probably gonna accept on that penalty. So we're gonna have to return the punt now with Tyler Lockett. So they're gonna punt this one out. And Lockett, we're actually gonna try to. Oh, we got Richard Sherman, and we got at the 5-yard line. That's not too good. I mean, we want to step it up a little bit. We don't want Jacksonville to get that 2-point safety. So Jefferson, I'm trying to run the ball here, and it is Josh Allen that actually makes that 2-point safety. So the Jaguars get a 2-point safety here, and they will lead this by 2, 23-21, and we get the free kick at the 20-yard line. So we're going to have to do this free kick anyway. Jordan Berry kicks this one, and they knock the ball. So Preston Davis gets a touchdown there on that play. So we now extend the lead. So that's a great way to introduce the Super Bowl. So they lost the ball. Great way for the fourth quarter. And Preston Davis got that in time. So he knocked the ball out after Jacksonville scored that 2-point safety. So we're going to take a break. And Levante David does have an elbow sprain. He will return. We're going to keep him. So we're just going to take a break. All right, it is kickoff time. So the Jacksonville Jaguars did score a touchdown during the break. And Jarvis Landry will be ready to return. We are not going to do statistics in this episode. Just for the time being, I only have about 2, maybe 3 minutes left on my camera. So that's going to be a 1st down and 10. So we're going to use a pistol formation. Halfback runs on with Frank Gore. So 1st and 10, Jaylon Jefferson hands us off to Gore. So he uses that juke move there. And he's going to get stopped at the 32. So another halfback zone. We're going to run the ball until we get that 1st down. And we want to get 1st downs, not having to turn it over on downs. So Frank Gore didn't really run much. So that's going to be a 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. So they need lots and lots of yards if they want to get that touchdown and win their 2nd Lombardi. So less than a minute to go. The Jacksonville Jaguars are probably going to win their 1st Lombardi, and the Orlando Wizards will fall 1-2 in Super Bowl. So Gronk claims that reception. He gets stopped at the 37. 1st and 10, 30 seconds to go. And it looks like that they're going to win it. The Jacksonville Jaguars are going to win it. So Jefferson runs the ball, and we get stopped at the 16. So these are the final seconds. Clock runs out. Jaguars win it. So we lost by a point there. We blew the lead.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists a Lombardi trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way. Didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all off season, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
The player of the game is Matt Stafford, 227 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gunn signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.